And before we get back to the action here, I want to take time to recognize the two guys back in the studio you've been listening to. It's spring break in Oswego, but Tyler Atkinson was willing to come in from his home in Pulaski. That's dedication enough, but Matt Solomon was willing to stay in a hotel in Oswego. He's from Long Island, so his mother came up, I believe, to stay with him for a little while, and he figured he'd either be calling a game at the Campus Center or producing one that's played here. Unfortunately, it turned out he's got to produce back in Oswego as the Lakers could not get the home ice, and Brockport couldn't pull off that upset. So we appreciate those two certainly showing their dedication to the two most dedicated producers on student radio right now, undoubtedly. We got 20 seconds remaining until we kick off the third period. We're tied at 4, and it's been a back-and-forth game. Oswego has had a couple of leads, couple of two-goal leads. One 2-goal lead. It was 3-1. They relinquished that. It was 3-3, and then Ryan Ellis from the blue line made it 4-3 at 14-13. Riley Hill tied it up late with a power play goal, and that's where we stand right now. And the face-off to start our final period of regulation is taken by Oswego, and it's immediately held up at the center red, near side boards. Dan Sliasis with a takeaway. Big slapper. It's blocked by Mike Novak, and back the other way comes Oswego, now moving left to right. Garen Reisweber tried to split the defenders, lost control of the puck, gets it back, high slot, it's kicked to the center point where Gagnon tried to carry it in. It was poked away into the near side corner, and Levy will send it across the rink onto the far corner. Sliasis sends it to center red, poked at by Joey Wilson, and we're going to have an offside against the Cards here with 19:28 remaining in the third period. Again, we are all tied at 4. The face-off between Riley Hill and Brendan McLaughlin. Hill wins the draw. He'll dump in off the far side half boards in front of that Oswego bench. The Lakers get it back, send it to the neutral zone. Dylan Clark with a takeaway on the attack. Wrister goes over the crossbar. Rebound loose between the circles. Brendan McLaughlin clears it off the far side boards. Carried in the neutral zone by the captain, Peter McGagna. Poked away at the high slot, and Dylan Clark will carry it back into the neutral zone. His pass deflected onto the far side of the ice. It's dumped in by Riley Hill. Behind the net, Kyle McCutcheon tied up with Andrew Willock. Willock will carry it to the near corner. Sends it out in front. One-timer. Kavanaugh bottomed out on it. And a loose puck on the edge of the crease. Plattsburgh trying to jam it home to the right of Tim Potter, but they're unable to. And it kicks out to the near side hash marks. Andrew Willock has it there, guarded by the captain, Magana. Willock trying to get around him. He's poked away from the puck. He went down to the ice, and it goes right to Mather on the attack. His wrister blocked with the blocker right there by Hintz, and now it's carried back in towards the slot by Selleck, poked away into the near side corner. Rich Zaleski backhanding it behind the net. Kavanaugh will easily take it there. Up the center of the ice, sends it onto the far wing for Dylan Clark. Pokes at it to try to get it past Ellis, but Ellis will easily feed it back to Jared Anderson in his own end. On to Lagunier on the attack. Big wrister is saved, kicked out to the far corner by Hintz, and sent up back to the neutral zone by Schluter as he took a big hit from Eric Selleck. Near side now, Lagunier gets control on the attack, sends it in between the circles. Ryan Corey intercepts and is able to direct it into the near corner of his own end. Lagunier coming in to play it as well. Goes off the end board, sends it in front. It got past Ellis, but Anderson has it. High slot, feeds it on the right point. Zaleski, big slapper, redirected out in front. Loose puck. Eric Selleck tried to collect it as he took it behind the net. Left the puck there on the edge of the right post there, and Eric Green is able to carry it into the near corner. Four-man scrum for it there. Ryan Corey coming over. Chris Lagunier and Ryan Ellis. It's played onto the near side, or far side rather, by Plattsburgh, and they carry it back the other way. Kyle Kudrock on the attack. Pfister went right wide of the right post and kicks up along the far boards. Poked at by Matt Whitehead, but he cannot get it away from Dylan Clark. Dylan Clark into the near far corner, fed it across with a backhand, poked out to the point, held in by Ward Smith. At the half boards, Rich Zaleski able to send Clark down to the ice and get it up to Neil Musselwhite, who's going to backhand it into the Plattsburgh end. Burke collects it there, sends it off the far side boards and into the Lakers zone. Jared Anderson will send it across ice for the senior Rich Zaleski. Up to the Plattsburgh blue line, taken back by Ward Smith. Neither team has been as aggressive in these first 3 minutes of the third as they were in the first 40. A little bit of feeling out going on right now. And now Ward Smith gets around a couple of defenders. In between the circles, shoots over the crossbar. The rebound bounces off the end boards. And Kyle Taylor trying to take it along the far side half boards, but Garen Reisweber is going to tie it up with a skate. Five-man scrum for it. As Darryl Levy also coming over to join. Levy able to poke it and towards the neutral zone, but cannot get it out. And it's held in by Dan Sliasis as he took a hit from Francois Gagnon, but sent it into the near corner. It comes up the near boards, out towards the point. Held up at the half boards once again. Francois Gagnon able to pin it there along with Dan Sliasis. Sent more towards that near corner, and it comes down on the stick of Eric Sadum. He's ridden into the glass by Garen Riceover from behind. Riceover trying to poke it away, cannot do it. That's Sliasis still dancing around the corner. Got it away to Phil Farrow, who's pushed down to the ice by Mike Novak, who's playing without a stick. And the puck advances up beyond the blue line, intercepted by Darrell Levy, 2-on-2 the other way. Levy on the attack, trying to get around Nick Rolls, better across with a backhand, and it went into the near corner. As sliding into the net was Mark Lotze, no call. He gets up out of the net and returns to action. And now a bad bounce in the Oswego end as the puck came right to Joey Wilson, but he fell down to the ice at the bottom of the far circle, but got rid of it to Andrew Willock. Feeds it in front, it got under the stick of Riley Hill, and the puck going all the way to the other end. Brendan McLaughlin trying to track it down. He gets to it in the near corner, takes it behind the net, tried to reverse direction and feed it across to the near side, but he was knocked down to the ice, and the puck gets beyond Kyle McCutcheon at the blue line and out. Tyler Lyon backhands into the neutral zone. Andrew Mather to the blue line. Ryan Corey caught Joey Wilson on the attack, but Wilson was over the blue line offside. 15:26 remaining in regulation. We are tied at 4. The 2009 SUNYAC Championship at Stafford Ice Arena. Face-off will be to the glove hand side of Ryan Hintz in the Plattsburgh end. McLaughlin against Kudrock. Kudrock wins it back to the big defenseman Ward Smith. Skating up the center of the ice, able to put on the afterburners and get through some defenders. Now it's poked away into the end boards, Oswego zone. Kudrock coming over to the near corner to play it. Puck held up as Rich Zaleski falls down to the ice, and he's able to get it behind his own net, where Jared Anderson will carry it and get it up to Peter Magana. Magana with some room. Backhands it to McLaughlin. Lost control of it. He can only backhand it to the Plattsburgh blue line. Cards retake possession there. They send it right back to the Oswego blue. Magana in the neutral zone. Coughed it up to Schluter, who was unable to carry it on the attack. It's poked away. Eric Selleck back the other way. Right wing side. Drops for Ryan Ellis. Top of the circle. Try to get around Riley Hill. It's poked into the corner. Ellis the first to get to it, though. Feeds it across to Selleck. One time shot is gloved by Brian Hintz. Selleck was on the lower part of the far circle. They tried to angle that one past the sophomore SUNYAC Player of the Year and could not do it. Again, we're tied at 4. 14:42 remaining in regulation. Another face-off win for the Cards. Nick Rolls backhands it onto the near side for Faso. It got past him, but into the neutral zone. And now taking it on the attack is Willock. Bennett across ice with a backhand. Nobody home. Eric Selleck will intercept. Poked into the neutral zone. Ryan Ellis has it. Backhands it all the way down ice. And this is going to be an icing against Oswego. With 14:25 remaining in the third period, we are tied at 4. Face off to the glove hand side of Tim Potter. It's won by Oswego. Matt Whitehead comes streaking in and carries it onto the attack, dumping it into the far side corner. Hints out of net to play it into the near side. Got past Brad Dormany, held in at the point initially by Gagnoni, got past him. Dormany raced back to the center red and fed it back in with a backhand. Brian Corey in his own end. Across to the far side for Green. Had it poked away, and now Green goes down to the ice to backhand it into the neutral zone. Dumped right back in by Francois Gagnon. Musselwhite on the forecheck in pursuit. Comes right to the stick of Dormany, fed it between the circles. Kyle Taylor intercepts. Got it to Eric Sadum into the neutral zone, backhands it into the near corner of the Lakers zone. Mike Novak pinned to the boards by Taylor, but he got rid of the puck to Dormany. Fed in the neutral zone by Whitehead, intercepted by Dylan Clark, and backhanded into that far corner once again. 13:38 remaining in the third. We're tied at 4. Oswego and Plattsburgh SUNYAC Championship. Musselwhite gets around a defender. Near side, shoots, glove hand save, Brian Hintz, and he holds on. Holds the glove in the air there, admiring his work a little bit, getting a small ovation from the crowd. Plattsburgh, a defensive zone face-off win. Cavanaugh behind his own net, onto the far side. Sliasis got it to the blue line, tipped by Phil Farrow, but it's going to be an icing as it went all the way down. 13:24 remaining in period number 3. Again, we are tied at 4. The Laker career of 13 seniors is on the line here tonight. Can they dig down and do what they have not been able to do since they were freshmen? Beat Plattsburgh? That question is going to be answered here momentarily. Defensive zone face-off win for the Cards. Farrow up along the near side. Got it to Joey Wilson in the neutral zone. Took a hit from Zaleski. Coughed it up into the Laker end for Jared Anderson. The freshman up to his own blue line for Garen Riceweber. Stopped short of a Phil Farrow hit. Tried to feed it across ice to the backhand. Instead, it's taken away by Farrow and dumped into the far side corner. Zaleski behind his own net, backhands it up ice for Darrell Levy. And Levy could not settle it as he had Mark Lotze coming in on the attack. Instead, he dives to the ice to poke it to Riceweber. Intercepted, though, from Riceweber and knocked all the way back down. Anderson just beyond the end line, got to it, and he quickly misplayed it as Willock was applying some pressure. Correction, was Dylan Clark. Anderson was able to hold him off and get it all the way down ice. Plattsburgh trying to clear out of their own end. Loose puck in the neutral zone. Dylan Clark comes up with it down the center of the ice on the attack. Krister saved by Potter. It fell down behind him and it went just beyond the left post. Clark trying to advance it onto the far side corner. Peter Magani will gather it there. Poked away from him as he got to the blue line, but now it's advanced into the neutral zone and comes down on the stick of Magani again. He fed it right back to Andrew Willock before getting it back, and now poked back to Clark on the attack near wing side. Clark trying to dangle around the defender. Got it in between the circles. Shoot, saved by Tim Potter. He closed the door. A backhanded shot from Riley Hill. Tried to go 5-hole, and Tim Potter with his best save of the night. We're tied at 4 with 12:08 remaining in regulation. Plattsburgh holds the shot on net advantage right now, 25-23. Another face-off win on the attack. Ward Smith left point, fed it across the sideboards and into the near corner. Mike Novak trying to intercept and is able to. Knocked down to the ice. He coughed up in between the circles. Backhanded shot by Sadum, covered up by Potter. Well, Sadum didn't get the best shot off, but Potter picking up his defense. There have been a number of breakdowns here in the defensive zone for Oswego as Novak was just out-muscled on that one. You don't see that very often. Knocked flat down to the ice. Coach Gosick, I believe, wanted a penalty on it, but to no avail. And the face-off in the Oswego end, it's sent into the far side half boards. Ryan Ellis has it, hash marks, tried to play it high off the glass. Instead, it's stopped by Willock, fed it into the far corner. Zaleski intercepts, near side for Jared Anderson. Backhands it up ice. Eric Selleck has it on his stick in the neutral zone, poked away nicely by Ward Smith. Dan Sliasis intercepts, dumps it in from center ed into the far corner. Line change for Plattsburgh. 11.5 remaining in period number 3. Long pass looking for Chris Lagener was Rich Zaleski, tipped by Plattsburgh into their own end. Nick rolls behind his own net, circling the wagon. Starts the breakout, long pass to the Oswego blue line for Kyle Vandermeer. Could not get around Rich Zaleski. It's ridden into the near side corner. Zaleski sending it onto the opposite side of the ice. Schluter trying to stop it there. He'll send it back to the near side corner. Matt Whitehead takes a big hit as he got it into the neutral zone. Intercepted back by Rich Zaleski. Took a big hit, but was able to dump it in. 11 minutes remaining in regulation. Plattsburgh moving back on the attack. Far side. Kyle Kudrock could not split the defenders. Loose puck in the slot. Plattsburgh can't get a shot off. Still loose. And Oswego is able to send it back over to Matt White at his own blue line. Musselwhite on the attack near side. Stops. Wrister deflected and it goes over the glass. 10:38 remaining in period number 3. That'll allow for a much-needed line change for both sides. The face-off will be off to the glove hand side of Brian Hintz. It's Joey Wilson going against Darrell Levy. Lotze, Riceweber, McCutcheon, and Lyon out on the ice for Oswego, joining Levy. And at the other end of the ice, the trainer, Gary Folsis, has come out to talk to Tim Potter. And this Plattsburgh crowd getting all over Potter here. And it appears that the cramp problem may have begun for Tim Potter. Gary Folsis trying vigorously to massage the left leg of the junior. The officials are allowing it here. Not sure what kind of time frame they're going to give him. We've talked to Tim Potter about this numerous times. He says it always starts to creep up on him, and it's not so bad at first. But he knows that if he stays out there, there's a good chance he'll go down to make a save. It'll really lock up on him, and then he won't be able to recover. And now the official, Dan Murphy, coming back to say, all right, what's the status here? And Gary Folsis just walks away, taps him with the towel, and says, you're ready to go. It's the SUNYAC championship. Tim Potter's going to stay on the ice. Plattsburgh fans have been waiting for that moment now. since the regular season game at Oswego, where Potter left and did not return in the third period. Defensive zone faceoff win for Plattsburgh as they were able to win the draw and tried to clear it out. It was held in with a hand pass, so the faceoff will come all the way back towards Tim Potter. And he is trying to skate as much as he can right now to stay loose. This Oswego season has had no shortage of drama. And it continues here in what could be the final game. Destiny rests in the hands of Oswego, though. They win, they keep playing. Levy on the attack. Big slapper saved by Brian Hintz. And he holds on. That started with a defensive zone faceoff. Levy just came down and let it go. You remember last year's SUNYAC championship, first shot of the game, he beat Brian Hintz with that same exact type of shot. Not tonight, not on that play. 10:21 remaining in the third. We're tied at 4. Brendan McLaughlin to take the face-off for the Lakers. Glove hand side of Hintz. He wins it back to right point. Zaleski tried to wrist her. Going down the ice to block it was Clark, but it's held in. McGowney with a one-timer. Saved. Kick right back to him. Bottom of the near circle. Try to feed it to the slot. Instead, it's deflected into the near side half boards. Andrew Mather tracking it down there. Got it back to the captain. McGowney at hash marks. Try to feed it to center point. Dylan Clark went down to the ice and intercepted. Ryan Burke now on the attack. Feeds it across. Hills, one-timer, faked it. Moving in. Poked away by Rich Zaleski. Zaleski has come up huge for Oswego tonight in more ways than one. Tim Potter had lost his stick on that, but Oswego was able to get it into the neutral zone. Lofty puck in the neutral zone, gloved by Ward Smith. Gets it back over to Willock, and we got a whistle here. Offside against the Cards. 9:42 remaining in the third. It appears that Tim Potter still doing all he can to stay loose. Trainer Gary Foltz is keeping a close eye on him. Face off in the neutral zone here. It's going to be Eric Selleck going against Eric Sadum. And now official Dan Murphy is talking things over with Ed Gosick. And we're ready to return to action. False start on the draw by Eric Sadum. He'll be thrown out and replaced by Joey Wilson, and it's won by Selleck. In his own end, it's Gagnon getting it on the attack now with a pass for Selleck between the circles. Lagener's one-timer. Bottomed out on it and sent it into the far corner. Going to get it himself as the stick appears to still be intact after that. Loose puck on the end line. Kavanaugh is able to play it for the Cards. Lifts it on down ice. In the neutral zone, it's gloved by Gagnon. Able to play it over to Novak. That's a hand pass. And the faceoff will be in the Oswego zone once again. 9:17 left to play. Period number 3. We're tied at 4. SUNYAC championship, do or die for the Oswego State Lakers and their 13 seniors. Oswego off the draw, tried to clear it, held in at left point by Corey. Near corner, Joey Wilson on his backhand side behind the net and into the far corner. Now circling around in between the circles, backhanded shot saved by Potter. Loose puck, he covers it up and holds on with 9:04 remaining in the third. And again, he starts skating it off towards the near corner. Well, the disposition of Tim Potter right now doesn't look too good. He's hanging his head a little bit. Perhaps still feeling the effects there of the cramp problem. He says he's seen 3 different doctors about it, and nobody can pinpoint what the problem is. And he calls himself the most hydrated man in America, says dehydration is not the problem. Defensive zone faceoff for the Lakers. They try to fire it up the far boards. It's stopped by Vandermel at the hash marks. Back out to the blue line. He left it for Burke. Skating in. Big slapper high over the crossbar, and it deflects out into the neutral zone and all the way down ice. Hintz out of his own net to play it behind. Tried to feed it to the near side. Matt Whitehead stopped it, fed it behind the net. Brad Dormady giving chase, but Schluter got in there before falling to the ice. Both players go down in the far side corner. However, the puck comes to Kyle Kudrock. Vandermel gains the center red, dumps in with a backhand. 8:23 remaining here in period number 3. Gagnon to Whitehead on the attack, right wing side. Feeds it in between the circles. Lotzi could not get the shot up, and Lotzi just took out Hintz. And he's going to the box. Costly penalty right there if you're Oswego. Two minutes for charging is the call. Flotzy also looked like he got the stick off on Hintz as he came in and made contact with him, so perhaps lucky it's only 2 minutes. Hintz appears to be okay after the contact. But Plattsburgh now on a power play. Plattsburgh has a pair of power play goals on the night already, and they win the draw. Good start on this man advantage. Nick Rolls, right point, holding it there. Back to center for Corey, returns for Rolls. D to Corey once again. Corey now drops it for Wilson. Fed it across, trying to find Willock, but it jumped his stick. Correction, it was Phil Farrow. Oswego, though, cannot clear along the far side boards. Garrett Reistover pokes at it with the backhand and is able to get it. And now Reistover around the defender is able to play the puck and draw a penalty. It's going to be four-side hockey. The senior, Garen Reistover, would not quit as he kicked it out into the neutral zone and then gave chase and will single-handedly put an abbreviation to this Plattsburgh power play. Two minutes for Nick Rolls, his second trip to the box tonight. It's hooking, and the face-off will be to the stick-hand side of Brian Hintz. 7:45 remaining in regulation, 1:32 left on the penalty to Oswego. At that point, they will have a power play. At center point, big shot from Francois Gagnon is covered up by Hintz. That was a big blast from the big Frenchman there. 7:41 remaining in the third. Another stick-side face-off for Brian Hintz. Musselwhite sent it into the far side boards, but Burke has it in the corner. Feeds it onto the near side for Ward Smith. Starting up ice, left wing side. Into the neutral zone, switches to center ice. Now on the attack, far side, backhand, tries to take it in on net. It's deflected into the end boards, and he goes down to the ice. Francois Gagnon advancing it up in the neutral zone for Neil Musselwhite. On the attack, right wing side, cannot get around Burke. Now gets it back, bottom of the circle, fed it across with a backhand for Dormady, but he lifted it, and Dormady couldn't get the stick on it. At left point, Lyon sends it in off the end boards. It bounces to the near corner. Brad Dormady playing it there. It jumps straight up in the air. Comes down on the stick of Musselwhite. He touched it in towards the slot, but it's deflected right back to the end boards by Plattsburgh. Ryan Burke racing to the far side corner and falls on the puck as he has no stick. Burke intentionally falling on it, and it's going to be a face-off coming up in the Plattsburgh end. Well, no penalty called on that. Burke had one thing in mind. That's fall on the puck and glove it. .6:54 remaining in period number 3. We're tied at 4. 40 seconds left on the penalty to Mark Lotzie. 1:08 on the penalty to Nick Rolls. Face-off win for Plattsburgh. They play it behind their own net. Now near side, starting up ice is Ryan Corey. Toe jag, reverses direction back towards the end boards and feeds it across ice for Eric Green. Returns for Corey. Back in the neutral zone. Off the far side boards for Riley Hill. Puck took a weird bounce and it was poked at by Oswego, and carrying it back in the neutral zone is Eric Selleck. Selleck takes it to the high slot. He fell down, lost an edge there, and it was poked back into the neutral zone. He regroups to get it, carries it back on the attack once again. Far side, thought about the wrister, instead gets it to Anderson. One-timer blocked, and it goes all the way back the other way. Andrew Willock giving chase. Eric Selleck will get there first, and he's able to play it on to the near side for the defenseman, Rich Zaleski. Zaleski diving poke check to get it to the blue line as it was too far out in front of him. Oswego has returned to full strength. Power play for 20 seconds for the Lakers. Anderson into the neutral zone. Behind Lotzie, intercepted by Burke and sent back down ice. Actually jumped into the Oswego bench off a player. Face-off coming up in the neutral zone. 15 seconds left on the man advantage for Oswego. 6 minutes even remaining in regulation. Face-off on the far side. Darryl Levy going against Joey Wilson. Levy able to win it. Puck held up at the center red line as Ryan Corey trying to tie it up at the far boards in front of the two benches. Garrett Reistover able to dig at it and dump it in. The Hintz behind his own net as Plattsburgh returns to full strength. Oswego trying to keep the puck in. It's sent all the way down ice. It's going to be an icing as Plattsburgh had just returned to full strength. So with 5:42 remaining in regulation, the faceoff will be off to the stick-hand side of Brian Hintz. The line of Brennan McLaughlin, Peter Magana, and Andrew Mather on the ice for Oswego. Backed up by McCutcheon and Lyon. Face-off win for Plattsburgh. Ryan Corey, far side. Tried to backhand it into the neutral zone. Instead, it went off of Andrew Mather and into the bench. Neutral zone face-off coming up. 5:37 remaining in the third. Kavanaugh gains the center red off the face-off. Dumps in again. We're tied at 4. 5.5 remaining here. And the loose puck comes between the circles. Plattsburgh with a chance. Backhanded shot saved by Potter, and it cleared all the way down ice. What a sprawling save by Tim Potter, saving Oswego's hide right there. .5:17 remaining, and perhaps that'll provide Oswego with some jump here as we're in the home stretch. Tied at 4, 5:17 remaining, SUNYAC championship. Oswego and the defending SUNYAC champion Plattsburgh Cardinals. Off the faceoff, McLaughlin feeding it to Magana on the attack near side. Feeds it into McLaughlin, or Mather rather, could not get the stick down. He was tied up with the defender. Clearing attempt, gets past Mike Novak and Dylan Clark. Trying to muscle in, got it up to Andrew Willock, poked away by Tyler Lyon. And back the other way, McLaughlin in on net. Shoots, saved by Brian Hintz. And a loose puck as McLaughlin nearly got another shot at it. Clearing attempt held in far side. Novak feeds it over to Magana. One-timer, McLaughlin bottomed out on it, and it went wide. Seen that a lot here tonight. 4:40 remaining in period number 3. Scramble for the puck at the far side boards. Hill trying to advance it out. Cannot get it beyond the blue line. Now falls to the ice to play it out. But Oswego gets it right back on the attack. Magana with a shot and a glove hand save for Brian Hintz. But that'll force the face-off and get some of these players off the ice, get a line change. Well, what a game it's been so far here. Oswego and Plattsburgh. Lakers have had 2 different leads. And now off the face-off, Plattsburgh taking it in the neutral zone. Phil Farrow on the attack, toe drag at the blue line. He'll dump it in with a backhand. Joey Wilson back there along with Eric Sadum. Sadum ridden into the boards by Anderson. Behind the net now, back to the far side for Wilson. Poked away by Rich Zaleski. However, it comes to the face-off circle and a shot out in front. Save! Another sprawling save by Potter on the recovery. And Potter is stuck down on the ice. The cramps have been too much. He had to shove the net off its moorings. And that's going to be a penalty. There was already a penalty against Oswego before that. Potter dove, quickly recovered, and his muscles locked up. You could clearly tell he could not recover. That might do it for him. Paul Beckwith might have to come in cold and perhaps face a 5-on-3. Well, the officials gathering now in front of their crease, along with the 2 captains, Nick Rolls and Peter Magana. There's 3:59 remaining in regulation. We are tied at 4. An unfortunate turn of events at the Stafford Ice Arena for the Oswego Lakers. And the Plattsburgh fans jumping all over Tim Potter. And it has just been announced there are indeed 2 penalties. And it'll be a full 5-on-3, 2 minutes on each. Tim Potter still trying to grit it out. It appears he is not willing to come off the ice just yet. And he will stay in. Penalties were just announced here. It's hard to tell with the PA system what they were. One penalty was obviously to Potter for shoving the net off its moorings. You can't fault the effort tonight of Tim Potter. He's gritted it out twice. This has started to act up on him, the cramp situation. He's made a couple of unbelievable saves to keep this a tie game. He's done absolutely everything within his power to put the Lakers in the best position to win. So the 3 men on the ice right now for Oswego are Neil Musselwhite, Francois Gagnon, and Mike Novak. Fastest skater on the team, and perhaps 2 of the better, more sizable defensive defensemen. Lakers having trouble deciding who's going to serve the penalty to Potter. It's going to be Ryan Ellis, as he's clearly not going to play the 5-on-3, so might as well stick him in the box. Face-off win for Plattsburgh. They try to send it right in on net. It goes wide of the right post. Farrow tracking it down far corner. Plattsburgh looks like they've smelled blood in the water here. They're coming out sharp on this 5-on-3. Puck held up far corner. Advanced now behind the net. Kudrock racing in to get it. Takes it to the near corner. Back out to the point for Nick Rolls. Rolls holding it onto the far side for Corey. Feeds it, bottom of the circle. Farrell returns for Corey. Rolls high slot near side. Wilson's one-timer. Saved with the pad by Potter. And Gagnon able to glove it and try to freeze it behind the net. He can't do it. Kudrock comes out with it. Back out to center point. Nick Rolls. 3:26 remaining. Far side for Corey. Bottom of the circle, it's Farrell once again returning for Corey. Rolls one-timer. Deflected by Neil Musselwhite. He tried to gain control of the puck. Cannot. Rolls has it back, but his next pass is deflected all the way out. 1:12 remaining here on the 5-on-3. We're tied at 4. 3:07 remaining in regulation. Corey onto the far side for Joey Wilson. Wilson's going to dump it around. And a race to the puck at the near side. Darrell Levy comes free with the puck, and he's able to send it all the way down once again. 57 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3 as Brian Hintz hands it off to Ryan Corey. Corey down the center of the ice. Feeds it onto the far side for Eric Sadum. Trying to get around Levy and does. Has it in the corner now. Taking it behind the net, backhand side. Near circle, gets it to Sliasis. Sliasis trying to feed it to the point. Levy with a diving poke check, can't get it beyond Ward Smith. Smith to the high slot. Sliasis shoots over the crossbar. Battle for the rebound on the near side. Zaleski cannot poke it beyond Ward Smith. It's held up at the half boards. Clark now at the point. Feeds it down low. It went between the legs of Sadum. Poked out by McCutcheon, but it's held in at the blue line by Clark. 20 seconds remaining. Clark to the far side for Sadum. Returns for Willock. Willock now feeding it back to Sadum. Out to Ward Smith. 15 seconds remaining on the power play. Smith now at the high slot holding it. Gets Levy to commit. Has it again. Feeds it to the far side. Willock across. One-timer missed by Sliasis. And the rebound gathered by Sliasis. Back to the high slot. Smith feeds it in. Saved by Potter. Lakers return to full strength. Loose puck in the far side corner. And it's fed back behind the net. Rich Alessi getting up to Chris Lagener. Big momentum change right here for the Lakers as Lagener tried to find Ellis on the attack. It went in on net instead, and Hintz made the stop. Back the other way. Bouncing puck in the neutral zone. Mike Novak on the attack. Gets it over to Selleck. Feeds it to the high slot. Lagener fanned on the shot. And Plattsburgh regains control. Joey Wilson on the attack. Near side. Takes it to the end line. Out in front. Shot saved by Potter. And a loose puck at the bottom of the far circle. It's pushed into the corner. 1:28 remaining. Heavy contact. Far corner. No call. Eric Selleck in his own end. Into the neutral zone. Feeds it across. Lagener on the attack. Feeds it in front. Selleck sent it wide to the left post. And Plattsburgh trying to carry it out. They cannot. Now they regain possession. Joey Wilson, 1:10 remaining. Has it intercepted by Peter Magana, back on the attack. Magana far side, shoots, saved by Hintz. And Andrew Mather collects the rebound far corner, trying to get it back to Magana, but it's intercepted by Eric Green. And the puck held up in the far side corner. Under a minute to play. Plattsburgh comes free with it. Riley Hill out of the near side for Farrow. It's 2-on-2 the other way. Farrow takes it to the high slot, gets around Jared Anderson, has to take it into the far corner. Leaves it there, but Magana is able to come over and intercept. 45 seconds remaining. Magana has room to work with it. Will backhand it to the end boards for Anderson. Back to Magana. It got past him. Sadum intercepts. Takes it to the hash marks. And he's unable to do anything with it as the puck is held up in a four-man scrum. 30 seconds remaining here in regulation. It's coming down to this as Andrew Willock takes it into the corner. Reverses direction back out towards the blue line. At the hash marks. Turns around again. In towards the net as it's poked away by Jared Anderson. 19 seconds to play. Willock fires it in from the point. Intercepted by Tyler Lyon. Carries it into the neutral zone. 14 seconds left. Lyon shoots. Glove hand saved by Hintz. He dropped it down to the ice, then thought better of it. 9.8 seconds remaining here in the third period. We're tied at 4. Riley Hill against Ryan Ellis to the stick-hand side of Brian Hintz. Selleck positioning along the far side. He's going to be whistled there for a false start, so he'll have to replace Ryan Ellis on the face-off. Selleck is able to win it. It's held up at the dot. Backhanded shot went high over the crossbar. Goes to the near side corner. Lotzi tracking it down there. Tried to feed it out to the slot, or the point rather, but Zaleski had to take out Dylan Clark instead of playing the puck. 60 minutes are not enough. We will go to overtime. Next goal wins. Here on 88.9 FM WNYO, the voice of Oswego.